The sun and clear skies are just what walkers were hoping for tonight. Dozens of them will be starting their steps from Erie's Liberty Park in about an hour, and that's where the 30th annual Erie Heart Walk, hosted by the American Heart Association, is taking place. And our Eva Mastromattio is there. She's serving as tonight's MC. She has more on the mission behind the walk and who it's for. Good evening, Eva.
Mike, good evening. The program's going to get underway about 5:45, and you're right, boy, that sunshine, it's actually hot out here tonight along the Bayfront. It's a beautiful night, and this is all about raising awareness not only of heart disease in our region, but stroke as well. And the money raised stays here locally for patients, for research, and it is all hosted by the American Heart Association, this 30th annual Erie Heart Walk. You know, there's so many stories of heart heroes and survivors, and we want to bring in one of them as we welcome in Danielle May. And she is an RN at UPMC Hammett. UPMC Hammett has a big contingent of people here tonight. You're represented as one of the champions of UPMC Hammett because back last year in March, you had an episode, a cardiac episode at work. And this is something that you were closely watching because you said before that happened, you had some vague signs.
I did. For about 6 months leading up to my cardiac arrest, I was having some symptoms. Wasn't sure if they were cardiac related, but I did have an extensive cardiac workup, and it was reassuring about 6 weeks prior to my cardiac arrest.
You said you had some back pain and other issues, but why is it important if you feel something abnormal to get it checked?
You know, heart disease, it's the #1 killer of women, and sometimes symptoms that women have are very vague. They're different than men. So yeah, it's just very important that if you feel like something's wrong, you're never too young. I would say that as well. I was 37 years old when I went into cardiac arrest. It can happen to anybody.
It happened at UPMC Hammett McGee Women's Hospital. We also want to bring in Julia because Julia stopped by to say hello, and she is one of your coworkers, one of 4 coworkers who performed CPR on you to make sure that you were okay. Julia, talk about the quick action that was made that day.
So we were right there when Danielle went down. We witnessed her. So we know how invaluable and important minutes matter. So we just jumped right into action and began performing CPR.
Wow. And she is here today, a mom of 3, and she is going to be walking alongside her family, alongside all the hundreds of other people who participated. If you're watching and you want to come join the 2023 Erie Heart Walk, you can come out to Liberty Park. There's a registration table, and you can help be the one that creates awareness and raises funds for right here in our community.